talking on stage a few hours ago about reading a script and not being happy with the character because he had no redeeming qualities. When you get offers and when you have a chance to play a character, what do you look for to say yes? What interests you about characters?
Well, to have a character that's complete. A complete human being is important to me. You know, someone who has maybe shares some of the same hopes and dreams and struggles that some people in everyday life have. In my show that you can watch on Netflix called Parish, I did that show for one reason, because it was a show about an everyman. It was every working class man who wasn't making ends meet. And you can watch the show on Netflix now. It's really pretty phenomenal. It came out last weekend in the top 10. And it's personal for me because part of my life was the story of this. In part of my life, I couldn't make those ends meet. And I had children and a family. And so these are real circumstances for real people that are important to know that when you're challenged and you can move through that challenge, then you can have a triumph of sorts. But it's in the recreation of who you are that triumph comes. Parish took me 8 years to get to the screen. It was done at AMC and it's just been licensed by Netflix, so watch it.
How many characters live inside your head?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm on a plane 3 months ago, and I have a bag that I carry, and I literally, instead of carrying whole scripts, I take the scenes out of every script. I had 6 different movies in my bag. So I had started one in Saudi Arabia. I did 3 days. I had to leave and go to New York and do Don Turturro's movie. I did 2 days. I didn't finish either of them. Then I went to Portland, Oregon, and I did another movie for 3 days. Then I went back to Saudi, finished that, back to New York, finished that, and then I went to do The Boys. So many times there are tons of characters living in my head, and the only time for me to really shore them up, learn my lines, is on a plane. But it's exciting to do that, because then I never have to be me. Until 8 months later when I go, oh, I'm me again. What a bummer.
For a more serious note, what would you like to be remembered for?
My vivacious, passionate spirit. That's what I'd like to be remembered for. I'd like to be remembered that I spread light and good energy and uplifted people as well as myself, and that I stood for something, stood for a message of humanity that meant something. Simple as that. I know, look, it's all fleeting. This is like this. And all this is a play of consciousness. This is a movie that I made this movie when I was born. This is all a movie. My daughter asked me, one of my daughters said to me, Papa, did you always know? Did I always know what? Did you always know that you were gonna get there? And I had to stop and think about it. And somewhere inside me, yeah, I always knew because I made the movie. You know what I mean? It took me time to grow into myself and not to let I'm a Taurian. Taurus is like shiny things, nice shiny cars, beautiful women, nice jewelry, right? All those creature comforts. It took me time to get over that, and that's all a distraction. All we have is this.
Connection.
This is all we have. It doesn't matter how many houses, how many cars, none of that really matters.
Connection.
Connection is what really matters.